If you have triggers and trauma from your past and from this massive relationship you just came out of, or the bullying that you've undergone recently, as well as your far past from your childhood that you're trying to work your way out of, that you're trying to grow past, that you're trying to do the healing work on, there's one thing above all else that you have to understand. And it's simply this: you don't just go from old self to new self. Yes, we all know it's a process, blah, blah, blah. But what's going to happen is you're going to have new experiences where you fuck up and act like old self. Things that cause you to feel embarrassed. Either it's embarrassed because of how you acted towards somebody you actually give a shit about, or embarrassed because, geez, I still haven't healed. What the hell is wrong with me? I'm still being horrible. Or you'll feel shame, or you'll feel guilt. You're going to have times where you revert, or where those vestiges of your old self are still there and they rear their ugly head. The thing you have to understand is the significance of intensity, duration, and frequency. It's not that you just step from old self into new self. The process is this: it's not to go from one now binary to the other. Now I am a new self, here I am. No, it's that those flare-ups of you getting caught up in your emotion. Let's say somebody hurts your feelings, and in the old times, you know, you would have shut down for 2 months just or crying uncontrollably, or you'd be angry for a fucking week, all right? But because you've done the work of pulling out the pain, the fears, and the bullshit beliefs you've been taught about yourself, which is what my book is for, to help you do that, which is why I do all these fucking videos, to help you pull out all the crud, all the old conditioning, all the beliefs you were taught about yourself, so that you don't have all these memories that have these emotional charges on them. You've decharged all that shit. You're not being triggered when some new stimulus comes in and it sets off all those emotional charges from those past experiences. And the more you do the work, what happens? That those flare-ups, like the beep on a heart monitor in the movies or in a hospital, it's going beep. Those flare-ups, what happens? It's not that all of a sudden they're gone and I never have flare-ups. I never cry, uncontrollably over how I've been hurt or how I've done something stupid that I'm really ashamed of. No, what happens is those flare-ups, the goal is to get them to reduce in intensity, reduce in duration, their length of time, and reduce in their frequency. See, maybe if you've been doing the healing work, the growth work, maybe a year ago, you would have been crying every day uncontrollably for 2 months because it triggered all that pain from your fucking miserable childhood. Or, because it triggered all the memories of that 20-year marriage, or because it triggered how all the kids always taught you how ugly you were. And now you had this experience with a friend and you felt ugly even though that wasn't their intent. Whatever it is, you're having this flare-up. Right? But a year ago, you would have cried for, 2 months. Now you cried for 2 days and you think, God, I'm still stuck by this. I'm still crying over, old triggers and stuff. Yeah, but you only did it for 2 days. And I'm not just saying this to pat you on the back and make you feel good. I'm saying if you've done the work, you've just reduced the duration of that flare-up from 2 months to 2 days, from 2 weeks to 4 hours. That's massive. Furthermore, it didn't feel as bad as they used to feel in the past. Yes, it lasted 2 days still, but maybe the anger that I felt, maybe your thing was anger, maybe it was sadness, maybe it was whatever, self-loathing. It wasn't as intense as it used to be, Sven. So the intensity has decreased and the duration has decreased from 2 weeks down to 6 hours, okay? That's massive. Reduction in intensity, reduction in duration, and then the third thing is the reduction in frequency. You're still gonna have flare-ups in your life. I'm sorry, if your kid goes into surgery, you're gonna have a flare-up of massive emotion. I don't care how much fucking past processing you've done, but you'll be able to work through it more easily because you have the tools, because you've worked through an entire love cup full of memories with emotional charges. You've gotten out the triggers and you've gotten out the pain and the core messages that you were taught about yourself. You've seen them for the bullshit that they were. So now when some new stimulus, negative stimulus gets dropped into your love cup, you're able to fucking deal with it. So what we're seeing is we're seeing a reduction. We're allowing for the fact that flare-ups are gonna happen, but we're seeing a reduction in the frequency between one flare-up and the next one. So we're seeing a reduction in frequency, a reduction in duration, and a reduction in intensity. And that's the goal. That's the goal. The goal isn't to never have flare-ups. The goal is to reduce frequency, intensity, and duration. That is you becoming new self. That's fucking healing. So where are you at in that scale of intensity, frequency, and duration? Keep kicking ass. Have a kick-ass day.